I wanted to ask you, it's a very different film and world from what you've done previously. Was it daunting initially to kind of step into that big sci-fi world with all the green screens and stuff?
Yeah, it's definitely a world in itself. I think for me, Ender's Game was my third film. I came off of Romeo and Juliet, and before that, True Grit. So having done 2 period pieces, and just having gotten used to using everything that's around you and taking advantage of it because it's so specific due to that time. Coming off of that, having all of that around you to having nothing around you but a green screen and your castmates and your imagination is just a completely different way of approaching, filmmaking. So it was definitely a challenge for me, but I really enjoyed it. It turned out to be a great experience.
Fantastic. I mean, did you find it kind of easier as you went along to kind of, I suppose you're kind of pretending, aren't you? It's kind of an imaginary world that you're kind of reacting to. Did that come a bit easier as you kind of...
Yeah, it definitely. I think over time things do tend to become easier, especially when you've sort of, created a great sort of way of communicating between you and your director and you and your other castmates. And we did that fairly quickly. So it did become a very, I'd say more towards the end, an easier approach.
Right. And did you read the book beforehand at all?
I actually read the book after I read the script. Asa and I read it about the same time, and we both say that because we're such huge fans of science fiction, we had a good feeling that we'd come across it if it weren't for this anyway.
Fantastic. I wanted to ask you about your couple of stars that you've acted against, the likes of Jeff Bridges, obviously, in True Grit, and Harrison now. Did they give you any kind of tips in terms of the industry as well? And
it's funny. I guess they have, and it's always so interesting to hear what they have to say because obviously they've been doing it for so long and they've experienced so much. I find it most interesting just being able to watch them and being surrounded by them and watching how they carry themselves. They're always, they're just so professional, and not only are they some of the most incredible actors that I've ever worked with or met, but they're also some of the most incredible people, which is so amazing.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Hailee.